They're off. Away first time in the Sporting Life Arkle Challenge Trophy, and Magic Days, the mare, bounces out in front, black sleeve jacket, and goes freely at the first as she hops over it neatly, and they've all cleared it nimbly enough. St Sam with the red sleeves and cap was a little steep on landing, and Magic Days leads them sharply on to the second, pressured for the lead by Brave Seasca, who is invariably himself a front runner, and away to the left with the white cap. He now puts his nose just about in front as they run between fences 2 and 3. So it's Brave Seasca and Magic Days being pursued early on by a pair of greys, Riviere D'etel with the red cap and Warlord in the black and white. Edwardstone, the yellow spotted cap in midfield. Brave Seasca not particularly high at the third. Blue Lord in the double green is out wide. Cur Sublime in a striped jacket held up crossing the fourth, and Brave Seasca takes a tumbling fall and he impedes Edwardstone, and more significantly hampered St Sam, who's unseated. Both horses have emerged unscathed, both jockeys quickly on their feet, but Brave Seasca is out of the race and he's taken St Sam out of it, and there was an anxious moment for Tom Cannon aboard Edwardstone as well, who kept his feet, and he's back in midfield as they take the fence on the incline, and Magic Days is leading. Among those held up, Autant Couleur in a check jacket has only got 3 behind. Cur Sublime has drifted back towards the rear. Gabynako in the stars is alongside him, and Red Rookie under Tom Bellamy, white jacket, is the back marker. As preceded by a loose horse, Magic Days leads them at the first and the far side, but is now taken on by Riviere D'etel, who jumped alongside, and they head on towards the water, which is fence 7. So it's Magic Days narrowly leading the Arkle field over Riviere D'etel. Warlord disputing third, with Edwardstone regathering his composure to dispute fourth place with Blue Lord in the green silks, and then Autant Couleur. Red Rookie wide as they cross the first of the ditches, and Gabynako and Cur Sublime complete the field, which is now covered by no more than half a dozen lengths, and they head on towards fence 9. Passing through the halfway point, Magic Days to Riviere D'etel, 2 or 3 lengths ahead of Warlord, Edwardstone spotted cap, alongside Blue Lord in the double green. And then Gabynako from the rail across to Cur Sublime in the stripes, and Autant Couleur and Red Rookie, and they're coming to the open ditch at the top of the hill, 4 out. Leading pair jumping particularly well there. And it's a pair of greys who will lead them on the descent now, the lengthy run towards 3 out. Riviere D'etel, the grey mare, ahead of Magic Days. Warlord, the other of the greys, close up in third, alongside Edwardstone, tracked in turn by Blue Lord, and then Gabynako to Autant Couleur, has the widest passage freewheeling down the hill, slipstream by Red Rookie and Cur Sublime, and they're heading in towards the wings now of the third last in the Arkle. Riviere D'etel has her grey head in front, shakes off the attentions of Magic Days, though she jumps out to the right. Edwardstone now is inching closer, and is beginning to move off in pursuit of the mare as they make the run back towards home with less than half a mile to travel and 2 to jump in the Sporting Life Arkle. It's Riviere D'etel. Edwardstone is breezing into it now. He gets to the mare's quarters. Blue Lord in the double green in behind, Gabynako in the stars on the move, and then Autant Couleur, who turns on in 5th, and Edwardstone comes alongside Riviere D'etel. 2 out, they come together. They collide in the air. Edwardstone emerges ahead. Blue Lord and Gabynako are chasing Edwardstone over the last with springs at his heels. He lands 3 lengths clear. Red Rookie has crashed out when held, and it's Edwardstone halfway up the run-in, and he's beginning to power clear of Gabynako and Blue Lord. It's Alan King and Tom Cannon in the Arkle. Edwardstone wins. Gabynako is second and Blue Lord third, followed home by Warlord, Riviere D'etel and Autant Couleur.
First festival success since Alexander in the Ryanair in 2015. His third Arkle win with a horse that he maintained was more talented than the other 2. Alan King has won the Arkle with Edwardstone, and he had to be good. There was plenty going on around him.
It was, we missed the carnage at the third or whatever. I was only half watching at the time. We could easily got brought down there. I thought, well, maybe luck's on our side, but he's done it really well. I think Tom's giving him a cracking ride, and I'm just relieved. I mean, I'm going to say I'm not high at the minute, but that'll be later, but just relieved and thrilled for the horse and the connections. They're wonderful. So
I think it's a tribute to your campaigning as well, because you've taken him to a lot of races. He's shown his stuff, and that experience I think would have stood him in such good stead for a race like that, don't you think?
Yeah, but it's the way we've always trained the good horses, you know. I mean, I don't think Voy Por came here under raced or My Way, you know, and it's all been reasonably spaced out, you know. He had a break after Kempton, and Warwick was what we wanted, and it's great to see Tom as well. So.
Well, it was a ride of real composure, wasn't it?
Well, he's riding out of his skin at the minute, you know, and he did a double yesterday, and you know, it's just he's a great lad, and I'm lucky to have him. And
I think we all are after that.
No, it's good. You know, I've been 22 years, and he's only my third stable jockey. And you know, I was very spoilt with Chalk, and then Wayne, and now we've got Tom, and it means a lot. It means a lot to me, and yeah, I'm just thrilled for everyone.
Yeah, it says a lot about your team spirit and your operation. Well, I think it does. Did you ever have any worries? I mean, much has been made about him being an 8-year-old. That, you know, was there any concern about that?
Well, I don't think we started racing him until he was 5. You know, he's just, as I said the other week, he's just been 2 or 3 years in the making. We always thought he was very good. I mean, I couldn't win a bumper with him, but if you look at the bumper at Warwick, I mean, my God, he took on 2 superstars. And he used to over-race a little bit as a novice, and he's got better and better. And those big handicaps last year just made him, you know, and then the fences. And it's he's always had the potential, but you know, these good horses don't happen overnight.
No, I was going to say that drawing back from his initial novice campaign, again, I think the tribute to how you've trained him. You know, you've had to make him as well as him bring the talent.
Well, it's been a team effort. You know, the staff at home do a great job. Tom does a great job on him, and you know, he was running very well on those big handicaps. You know, last year we used to have to ride him out the back because he was pulling too much, and he was still finishing 4th or 5th, but making up probably 20 lengths. Now over a fence, we can sit him just off the pace, and it's a lot easier for all of them. So.
It's the way he jumps as well, isn't it? What do you think about the
second?
People
have doubted his jumping. Well, I don't know. I've never had too many worries about it.
Many congratulations.
Thanks, Lydia. Thank you.
Very close proximity to Tom Cannon. I think everyone wants to come over and congratulate him after that brilliant success in the Arkle on Edwardstone. A rise of great poise, I thought, because there were things happening all around you. Can you talk us through what happened?
Yeah, I mean, obviously early on we went enough for a gallop. Yeah, Deutsch's thing fell, kind of hampered me for a little while. Me and Blue Lord were probably travelling equally as well behind.
When Brave Seasca went in front of you, how difficult, how hairy was that?
Yeah, it could have gone either way. I was humming and hawing down to the fence whether to go left or right of him. Ended up making a wrong decision. He was right in front of me when he fell. It was one of those, it could have gone either way. Luckily, found a leg, and whichever way Charlie and the horse rolled, I managed to avoid him. So it didn't hamper me too much. If anything, just I had to take a pill round the bend, jumped across the cross fence well, and then after that, when we went down the straight again, pulled out a bit wider on Blue Lord because he was a bit keen, and it kind of opened up again after that, so it was fine. After that, the race was fine. Obviously, the front two went an even gallop. I didn't think we went mad gallop.
I was surprised by that. Were you?
No, yeah, we went an even gallop. No, I wasn't surprised. I mean, you know, everyone's riding the race to suit themselves at the end of the day, so you know, it'd be fairly brain dead to go too hard on purpose. So you know, they were on 2 good horses that were, you know, meant to be in the race. So after that it was fine. I followed the was it Riviere D'etel down the hill, and then I sort of was lit up down the hill, jumped the 3 out well, and then just because I didn't really want to commit him too early. You know, he has got that finishing kick, and luckily it panned out well. So and then at the last he helped me out. I didn't see a thing at the last, and he saw one, so that was fine.
And you mentioned Riviere D'etel. She was jumping out to her right. There was a bit of a collision 2 out. Was that?
Yeah, she was probably coming to the end of her tether a little bit, but then maybe. But I was committed. I wasn't going to try and be silly and go on the other side, so I stayed where I was. I winged it. He maybe just shimmied a little bit to the right, but it was one of those. It didn't do him any harm anyway. Edwardstone's a big boy. He can hold his own. Yeah.
Well, it's that experience that he's got, that he's garnered over fences, which has really been the making of him this season, which means that he was able to brush those things off, surely.
And also, he's learned as he's gone all the year. I think Ruby showed his replay of Sandown actually just before he went out, you know, talking about the downhill fence at Sandown and the railway fence where he missed a few. But he learnt from that. And today, you know, as long as I had the bit up in his mouth, he would get in and be very clever. And if there was one there, he'd come for me. But he wouldn't have done that early season. But he's learnt as he's gone along. And today's the end package. And it's all credit to Alan, really, because, you know, he didn't do as much over hurdles as he probably could have done. But then we wouldn't have had a horse this year to go to war with. You know, they're not machines. They've only got a certain amount of miles they can probably do. And yeah, it's all credit to Alan, really. I've just steered him round, so it's easy.
I was just about to demur. You've got to take some credit for yourself, because you've helped to make this horse the jumper, the chaser that that he is?
No, he wasn't straightforward to begin with, but I think the fences have made the horse that he is. To be honest, he's a straightforward ride now. Like I say, his jumping was impeccable today. Obviously you've got question marks about coming around here with fences, but he was A1 today. Didn't miss a beat, so couldn't ask for more.
And you've got big shoes. You've had big shoes to fill. Alan was talking about the team and all of the time he's been training. He had Chuck Thornton, and then he had Wayne Hutchison, and now you stepped into those shoes. I mean, this is an exciting moment for you on your first festival win, the biggest success of your career, and so much to look forward to.
Yeah, no, it is. No, there's a lot to look forward to. It's a big wheel that keeps on turning. They might not have had the horses the last couple of years, but they'll come again soon. And for me, it's great. It feels like it's been a long time coming, but it's just. It doesn't matter how well you're doing this game, it always feels like you're treading water. So, I'll enjoy the moment today and hopefully build on it and see what else we can do.
It's hugely deserved, Tom. Many congratulations. I'll let you enjoy it now.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you.